chapter is important concepts of permutation combination. ठीक है, क्वेश्चन क्या हमारे पास Mississippi. The first question is total 11 letter words में बना रहे हैं. ठीक है, we know that the formula and the fundament of the permutations only works well if we have all the letters distinct. ठीक है, अब यहाँ पे हमारे पास क्या आ रहा है? If we check, we have some letters coming same, right? So firstly, we'll falsely assume that all the letters are distinct, which are not, but we'll assume, right? So if all these letters were distinct, then in that scenario, the permutation, the arrangements would have been
11 factorial.
very good. 11 to 11, right? Because we are considering all these letters to be extremely unique and different, right? And obviously there are 11 letters, so they occupy 11 spaces. So 11 letters to be put into 11 spaces will mean 11 to 11, right? The phrasing is out of 11 letters, we are placing 11. ठीक है? So this has to be 11 factorial because we know the formula of NPR is equal to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. सही है ना ये चीज? Clear to all, right? Now, because we know that there are some letters which are same but were falsely taken as different. So to undo that mistake, what we'll do is we'll divide this 11 to 11 by 4b4. This 4b4 is called the 4 S's. Understood? Because in this 11 to 11, falsely the result is already having the arrangement of S1, S2, S3, S4 as 4 factorial. So this result is already aggravated by 24 times, or you can say 4 factorial, right? So to utilize that effect, we'll divide this by 4b4. Clear? Now for the 4 I's, again it has to be 4b4 because this 11 to 11 is containing extra multiplication of 4b4 because those 4 I's were exactly same but were taken out to be different. ठीक है? अब कितना आएगा हमारे पास? 2b2. So this will turn out to be 4 factorial into 4 factorial into 2 factorial. ठीक है? Simply put, if we take the example of A, B and B, okay, we know that A, B and B. How many words can be formed? A, B, 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 A, B, yes or no? Another one is
B.
So that's the extreme of it, right? Max to max 3. But if we go as per the permutations, we know that firstly we got to assume, falsely assume that these three letters are totally dissimilar, different. So it has to be 3b3, 3b3, which is 3 factorial. And everyone knows that 3 factorial is equal to 6. But the veracity of the fact is it is coming out to be 3 instead of 6. So what are we doing actually? Because we know that B1 and B2 are no different, they are same, right? So whatever arrangements are forming of B1, B2 are actually going to be one only, yes or no? So B1, B2 is 2B2, okay? Because had B1, B2 been different, then there would have been 2B2 arrangements possible, yes or no? Had B1, B2 been different, there would have been 2B2 arrangements possible. But because B1, B2 are exactly the same, so we are dividing this inflated value with the 2B2. Because this 3B3 is already containing 2B2 into it, right? यहाँ पर क्या करें? 2 factorial. Now 3 factorial is equal to very good 6. 2 factorial is 2. So 6 upon 2 is coming out to be the various answer, which is 3. समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं? When we are assuming falsely that the components given to us are different, then the answer coming out is always the inflated answer, smacking off some extra units also coming in. But then we have to undo that mistake by dividing it by the number of repetitions coming up. ठीक है? The number of arrangements forming up because of repetitions. सही है चीज? Clear है? अब यहाँ पर क्या है? Total 11 letter words, all vowels together. All vowels together means M, S, 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 P, P, I. These 4 are to be taken as one unit. Yes or no? So firstly we are assuming two things, two assumptions. One is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 units externally. From external point of view we have 8 units, right? Another assumption is S1, S2, S3, S4 are totally different. B1, B2 are again totally different. right? So now we have firstly from external point of view 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8p8, yes, and internal point of view and means into, yes or no? This has to be 4p4. Now this is the falsely assumed answer. The real answer is this 8p8 should be divided by S1, S2, S3, S4. 4p4, yes or no? Very good. 4p4 into 2p2, very good. And this will be again 4p4, right? So this is from external point of view and this is from the internal point of view. Take care, cheese. This is going to be answer. Get all. Sabhi ko? कौन सा? 4p4 we have 4 i's coming up. ठीक है? Firstly, we consider these 4 i's as per unit, so they became 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now we are opening it up. Okay, when we open it up, we have 4 contents there, and because all the 4 are repeating, so they will be divided by 4 factorial. Okay. Next हमारे पास आ गया total 11 letter word starting with S. तो यहाँ पर क्या चाहिए? Firstly, assume all are different. Faster. 10 factorial. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
And then now correct it. We know that how many S's are there to be arranged. To be arranged. Very good. Not 4. One is arranged already. Whatever is arranged or placed or selected already is not to be considered. We'll only consider what we are doing on our own merit, right? So what's already done by default is not to be counted. ठीक है? अब यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? 3 factorial is for 3 S's repeating, 4 factorial is for the 4 I's repeating, and 2 factorial शाबाश is for the 2 P's repeating. हो गया ये? Next वाला क्या आएगा? All vowels together and starting with S. तो आपको पता है कि यहाँ पर क्या आने वाला है? M, S1, S2, S3, P1, P2, I1, I2, I3, I4. Yes or no? Yes or no? Assume all these are different. So how many are these? Acha. Because all the vowels to be kept together, so these 4 I's will be taken as 1. ये चारों I क्या बन जाएंगे? 1 बन जाएंगे. कितने हमारे पास external units आ रहे हैं? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. कितना आएगा शाबाश? 7 factorial. Divide by how many S's? 3. नहीं 4 नहीं 3 आएगा ना? 3 factorial. How many P's? 2. This is from external point of view, right? Now, whatever is clubbed together in the later part will be opened up. Okay? So now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 I's were clubbed together. So now they will be opening up. 4 means 4 factorial. Divide by because they are repeating. Acha, if in case of I, it would have been A, E, I, O. Then answer would have been 4 factorial. That is it. समझ आया? Answer would have been 7 factorial divided by 3 factorial into 2 factorial into 4 factorial. That is it. Clear? चलिए. This is done. Next, we have 5 boys, 6 girls. Right? Form a team of 7 persons. Form a team of 7 persons. Okay. Forming team means what? Selection or placement of teams? Very good. So what will be done here? Combination, permutation. Selection means combination. B for placement, B for permutation, C for choosing, C for combination. तो यहाँ पर क्या आने वाला है? Combination. We have how many persons? 11. Out of 11 we got to choose 7. Okay. And we know that the formula for NCR is 11 factorial divided by 7 factorial into 4 factorial. Clear to all? Now, formative of 7 persons. Now there is a specific choice now. Select 3 boys, 4 girls. Earlier it was 7 persons, any which persons, okay, any boys, girls in any numbers. Now we have succinctly given that there has to be 3 boys and 4 girls. That's what we've been given with, right? So now 3 boys to be selected from 5 boys, 5C3, and means multiplication. 4 girls to be selected from 6 girls, 6C4. Clear to all?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. Next is again form. Whenever it is form means you have to form a committee, form a team, make a team, which means you have only to choose the people, not to place the people, right? Now, 3 boys, 4 girls. 1 boy already selected. Okay. What we are required to do is we are required to have 3 boys in the team, right? 1 is already selected. How many more to be selected? So 1 slot is already occupied, right? 2 more to be selected. So our requirement is to choose 2 boys From the given 5, no, from the given 4. Why? Because one boy is already selected, so that's not available. 4C2 into very good 6C4. समझ आ गया? यहाँ पे one boy. Suppose you have an animosity with some boy and you don't want him to be selected. Okay, so you're brutally rejecting him. When you're brutally rejecting him, out of 5 available options for boys, now there are only 4 boys. But by rejecting him, the slot is not occupied yet. Yes or no? The vacancy is not occupied yet. So we need to select 3, but from the 4, because one person we don't want to select. कितना आएगा? 4C3 into 6C4. Very good. Now place a team of 7 persons. Placement, it will be 11, B11, right? Yes or no? Or there's another way. We are selecting 7 persons from a group of 11 persons. 11 persons, out of 11 we are choosing 7. It will be 11C7. In this case, placement was already done, but here those 7 are only selected. So now those 7 are standing here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are not yet placed. Okay. So now these selected 7 to be placed in 7 spaces. Yes or no? It will be 7B7. Okay, exactly what you said. 7 factorial. समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं? Yes or no? Next, place. Now there is a difference. Form means you only got to select. Place means whenever there is placement, beforehand always the selection is already done. सही कि नहीं? अगर आप कुछ place कर रहे हो तो selection पहले हो चुका है. जिसका selection हुआ है वही place कर रहे हो आप, है ना? It's never placement and then selection. It's always selection and then placement. सही है चीज? Okay. So now placement. 3 boys. First we will select from boys. How many boys we have? Faster. 5C3 into girls. 6C4. Now 3 boys standing here, 4 girls standing here, waiting for their seats. They are not yet placed. So now 7 people to be placed in 7 spaces. Very good. 7 factorial, or you can say 7P7. Right? Okay. यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? One boy already selected, not placed yet, but selected. So कितना आएगा हमारे पास? 4C2 into 6C4. But one is already selected, not placed yet. 7B7. Because for placement we require all the 5. All the 7. Clear? Next is, बताइए. 4C3 because one should be rejected all the time. 4C3 out of 4. We had 5 total. 1 is to be brutally rejected. Remaining 4 out of 4 we got to choose 3 boys. Then 6C4. Now these 7 selected to be placed. कितना आएगा शाबाश? Very good. Last part of it, circular arrangement. It is always n-1 factorial, right? n-1 factorial. What is n? N is the number of units from external point of view. N is number of units from external point of view. Now, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, 8 people in circle. We got to seat them all, right? 8 spaces we have. Answer will be 7 factorial. Why? Because we have 8 people. If these 8 people were arranged in linear arrangement, then we know A is first, B is second, C is third, and so on. But when they're arranged or placed in circle, then there is no first coming, there is no second coming, there is no third coming. ठीक है? उसमें अब क्या होगा हमारे पास? We'll consider 1 as the reference point, and then this is first right of this person, second right. समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं? This is third right, fourth right, fifth right, sixth right, seventh right. So 1 as a reference point, we are fixing it, and whatever is already fixed or already selected is not counted. सही है चीज? So basically and technically we got to arrange 7 because 1 we got to keep fixed as the reference point. समझ आ रहा है कि नहीं? कितना आएगा हमारे पास? 7. यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? I said number of units externally. ठीक है? I did not say number of units really. Externally. Externally we have 1 unit from external point of view, right? Not from the real point of view. From the external point of view, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units. So external placement is going to be 5 factorial. आपको पता है क्यों? And internal placement. Now these 3 A, B, C will have their own rotations, will have their own internal arrangement. कितना आएगा? 3 factorial. समझ आया? यहाँ पे students have this propensity to make a mistake. Okay, 5 factorial, then 3 minus 1, 2 factorial. वो करते हो because you have to subtract 1 only once. समझ आया? And that too in the external arrangement. सही है कि नहीं? अब एक सिंपल क्वेश्चन सपोज करिए मैं बोलूँ आपको, we have 5 Americans, we have 5 Indians, okay? No 2 Indians should be sitting together in the circular arrangement. So we need to fit first of all the Americans. Americans how many? 5. In the circle should be 4 factorial. Now when we place 5 Americans, they will produce 5 gaps. Yes or no? Those 5 gaps for 5 Indians, 5 factorial. -1 already हो चुका है. आंसर क्या आएगा? 4 factorial into 5 factorial. ठीक है सभी को? क्लियर है? चलो.